like the way you enter the store and your imagination will just go wild.
Yeah.
You know how you get to New York Toys R Us and you just feel like just living there. Fantastic. Anybody else? What was it about that store manager, that sales manager, that marketing manager that you liked that kept you doing business with them? Anybody else?
How he treated customers.
How he treated customers. How about you?
Can it be like somewhere you work?
Yeah.
Yeah, a good customer service.
Good.
He treated all the customers and stuff.
Good. So now I want to tell you something. Every presentation you make, every sales that happens, everybody you speak with is a customer. And you must always begin life with the end in mind. Most of the time I say, oh, I'm preparing for this call, for this class, for this interview, for this encounter. But at the moment where you have that conscious decision of preparing, you're already late. You're already a lifetime late. Because every moment of your life is a sales call. Every single moment that you show up and there's another human being in front of you, you are actually selling something. On Sunday, I was with Jainaba and the other lady who will be coming here today, and we were on a video call and it was like really great. I didn't know that my aunt, who I had just chatted with on WhatsApp, had died. She died on Sunday morning. She didn't wake up. She was just 52. And I've been thinking about her. And I've been thinking about what did she sell in her life? Why did we all love her so much? You know what she sold? I don't even know till now what her real profession was. But I know one thing. Every Sunday when she was going to church, she took a picture of her and her children and her husband and she sent it to the entire family. Every time, she used to live in London. Every time I would get to London, I would tell her, I'm coming to London, can you please cook jollof rice for me? The way you cook it. She helped the family to bond with food and photos. Now, what did she sell in her 52 years on earth? She sold togetherness. She sold bonding. And how did she sell it? She sold them through photos and food. So the first thing you have to ask yourself is, what is my brand? What am I selling? And how does that relate to what I want to become? If you're selling, if you know your brand is love, for example, that your brand is that every human being who encounters you, regardless of whatever they're feeling, they must feel love. I'm sorry, and you go get a job selling guns and bombs, you might be making money, but you're not going to be a good salesman. If your brand is to defend, your brand is to, ensure the sovereignty of the country, then you might be better off selling, ammunition, because you see, can you see how this is very important that you understand the brand of you first? Because you're always selling. Does anybody know about Nigerian music? Or Nigerian, are you Nigerian? Cameroonian. Okay, oh yeah, we're sisters. Do you know?
I'm Nigerian.
You're Nigerian, okay, good. Do you know anybody called Small Doctor? He's a Nigerian musician. So I want you to Google him, and the rest of you Google him. Just go to YouTube and say Small Doctor, the Nigerian musician. He's like one of the hottest things in Nigeria right now. So I was watching an interview that he did, and somebody asked him, how did you even come from like nothing to like taking over? I was in Nigeria for 2 months over Christmas, and every concert, this guy was there. Every street party, he was there. I was like, who is this kid? Like, he wasn't anywhere before. And he was speaking at this interview, and he said he left home when he was in what we would call 11th grade here. He left home, and then he started, do you know Okada, like the motorbike? Like, in many developing countries, this is the way to get around. Like, not the power bikes here, I mean those really raggedy, horrible ones. So he was riding that. And he was always riding this thing, and the way it works is that somebody would borrow you money. They would give you some money. You would get the bike, you would transport people from Oddington to Bowie, you transport them. And when you finish giving them the money, the bike becomes yours. So he's riding this, and one day his bike gets stolen after he finished paying the money. So he starts all over again. And he starts another cycle. Then he makes it, and he starts to get on these vans, they're not, I don't want to say buses, because if I say bus, it sounds like really nice. No. It's like these horrible vans that are like yellow and black. They're like crazy. He becomes the conductor, and the conductor means you have no seat. You hang from like all over 295. You're hanging, and people are, you don't getting money.
We call them gele gele in the
Yeah.
Because you be
Like,
gele gele.
horrible. Like, this is a really horrible job and hazardous. You know that. Did you live in Nigeria?
I was born there.
You're born here.
I was born there.
There. Okay. Well, if you lived in Lagos, you would know these things. They're really horrible, but they're the ways to get around. So he gets on this, and the next thing he graduates to owning one of those things himself. Like, so he's really doing well on the streets. And one day, the person he gave his motorbike to refused to deliver. Like, they're supposed to deliver money to you. And this person starts taking his money away. So he says, you know what? I used to ride this thing. I'm going to go ride it tomorrow. So he gets on this motorbike and he's riding, and somebody comes to ask him to take him somewhere. So the person took him and they start to ride, and it was a long distance. And because he was a musician, this was his life. But nobody would sign him. Nobody knew him. He was on the streets. Like you think Baltimore is rough? This was like 20 times rougher than Baltimore. A place called Agege. Really bad. So he's riding, and the next thing, he's singing. Everybody he sees on the road, he starts singing. Sings about your hair, about your cap, about your everything. And when he gets to the place where he dropped the person, like a 30-minute ride, the guy says, are you a musician? He says, no. No, not really. I just sing. So the guy was like, can you pick me again tomorrow and bring me here? So he thought in his mind, oh my God, that's great. I'm going to get like serious money, because this is long distance, right? He picks the guy the next day. Of course, he starts to sing again, because this is what he does. When they get to the place, the same place he took him to the day before, the guy says, can you come down? Do you have time? He says, yeah. Okay, to do what? He said, this is the name of this producer.